Yeah.
Maybe we'll still be able to live stream and we just don't know it yet. That's pretty grim though. Actually, that would help cut the heat down, but we can't have that up because people would notice it and they might call us po-po.
Why is it illegal to have a curtain up in your window? I see other people putting things up to block the sun.
I know. I just don't like being noticeable. And the light makes it to where you can't see where we're at, and that's funny though.
Oh, that's good.
We're live,
Well,
by the
with
way.
a curtain, you can see where we're.
Hi, everybody. We're live
Hi.
again. It's bright out there, thankfully.
It's very bright. That's why I'm wearing the sunglasses.
I wish we had more amps, but the sunlight's not angled properly anymore. See, it's hotter, but the sun's going at a different angle, so we're not getting as many amps. We've lost like 2 amps already. Well, about half and a half. And then we got that thing's going, and the fridge is going. So this fridge does go a bit. Hey, Cornlips and Toots is here.
Hey. Hi.
Hi, guys. And we'll wait for our new other surprise, an actual surprise GoFundMe donor.
Oh yeah.
So thanks if you're out there. You know who you are, everybody. That was a total surprise, so we didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Oh, we should stop at the credit union. The stupid ATMs in the stores are not working.
Wow, that blows.
Yeah, but what blows?
The things in the stores not working.
It's all glowy outside, though.
I know.
So, hey, there's Melissa.
Hi.
So a lot of people are here, and Tanya was watching the upload earlier, so she might be around too. Who knows?
Right on.
So I don't know what to say about. We're like living on the road. It's pretty rough right now because in the summertime, it's hard to get campsites in Washington, so we have to move like every day or every other day, and then we're 4 dogs. And in the stupid state parks, they have to be on a leash, so we have to walk the dogs all the time. And
let's just say it's a lot more difficult now than it used to be.
Yeah, because we don't have a home.
We didn't have 4 dogs, we had 2. And I had like not a stupid head.
And it's a lot more work than it used to be because of walking the dogs, and we have 4 of them.
My stupid head moves living.
And this dog has really bad breath, and she's sleeping.
Oh, so does the other dog. Okay,
Oh, man. Holy shit, Cornlips. Well, go get the camera up there. There's Tanya. Hi.
Hi.
And make sure they lube up the camera good, okay? Because it has to get lubed to go up there.
Right.
Don't worry, man. It's just a little Cullen adventure. No, don't worry about it, Cornlips. We're still pretty much alive. We're working on figuring the system out, and it's like the scary part is there's no availabilities for Friday and Saturday during the summertime. So we're like asked out on where to be on those times, and we're learning some tricks that I'm not going to mention yet because then people will
use them.
Yeah, against us probably.
Could be.
But it's a little nerve-wracking, but we've maintained having a place to stay. I do like to say this park we're currently in, like the last time we were there, the park ranger was a real dick, but this year the park ranger is really awesome.
Way better.
Oh wow. Oh, you have to go there alone? That sucks, Cornlips. If we were there, we'd go with you. Because the VA system sucks, and you're right, it sucks going there on your own.
Wow, hey, so my ion arm was 7.
Oh, God.
Yay!
That means she was at risk of, like, bleeding to death internally and stuff. We don't know what it is. We have to get it checked soon, again, because it's, like, the weekend and all. The other update is we missed going to Seattle for the doctors because we just couldn't afford it, really. Yeah. We had to choose between having food and going to Seattle, and we chose food. So
still not sure if it was the right choice or not.
But that's what we did.
That's what we did.
So we have
And
food.
I haven't rescheduled an appointment yet.
And it's scary because we don't have a home. So it's
I know.
scary to go to Seattle when you don't have a home to come back
Exactly.
to.
It's not like we can take our trailers, so we have to find a place to keep that.
Yeah, and so
We have to take our dogs with us.
so going to Seattle is kind of a scary
Really,
idea.
yeah, it's not easy.
Oh man.
And then so this trip to Seattle was just supposed to be to find out if I need to get a surgery, which would mean another trip into Seattle. At least one.
So I'm hoping, and now that the heat's out, our stupid thing keeps running, which is sucking up amps that we don't need. This stuff sucked up, whatever.
Well, we're still in the sun at least. It's
Yeah.
just not powering full sun.
Well, it's going down, so it's at a different angle.
Mm.
I'm like wondering if I should turn that fan on, but then we'd have the fan noise
Then it would
going.
be using that much more power.
That's only 1 amp. I should try it, and maybe that thing would go off. I don't know if it's going to be noisy or not. And my legs keep falling asleep because I keep leaning. I'm like on the floor here with the dogs. Because,
With the dogs.
but yeah.
So here's something. We're gonna get paid, and we're gonna buy a pizza
For your birthday.
for my birthday, because that's what I get as a pizza.
Well,
Yay.
you ate, this was the first time you ate a crunchy food.
That's true.
You were able to eat a
I was
Dorito.
able to eat a Dorito.
The only reason I bought Doritos is because they were on sale. For like digital coupon at Safeway, you owe $2 a bag.
Right on.
Which might have been cheaper than the generic Doritos.
Might have, actually.
We should bring our a chair with us next time.
Probably.
Should I just
so.
try to sit up there with you? I don't know.
Okay, but then, I mean, I guess you'll be blocking some of the light. Not as
Karen,
much as
left
you
your
do
phone.
now.
Toad said happy birthday.
Thank you.
And we will, well, I could probably set the computer on top of the fridge,
Oh, I guess that would work.
right? Oh gosh.
It would be brighter, though.
Oh, what toppings are on the pizza? It's your favorite. It's
My
the
favorite is
artichokes
pineapple
and
and artichoke art.
yeah. Oh gosh, would that even work to put this up on the?
I'm pretty sure I'd still be able to eat that.
Because if I'm sitting far away, I can't read the comments,
Oh.
and if I move around, I keep stepping on dogs. Okay, I'm trying to live stream for everybody, and oh god, I'm gonna.
Yeah, and so you're showing the keyboard?
How did that happen? And everybody can see our keyboard, eh?
Yay.
Keyboard warriors. There.
No, now they can see outside.
Yeah, a little bit. What a go. Oh my god, my leg is so numb.
My leg gets like that, too.
I have to pee, so we're not going to be able to be live so much longer.
So there's that.
Now, we're on full solar power right now. Our batteries said, according to our stupid monitor this morning, it said they were down to 20%. Yesterday was cloudy. And you can imagine at the campgrounds, it's trees all around us, so we don't get any solar charges.
Really hard to get sun.
So the other reason we're working so hard is we have to get up every day, feed the dogs. We don't even eat breakfast anymore because we want to. Well, thank goodness our neighbors, our campsite neighbors for the past 2 days have fed us breakfast.
Yeah.
Because they kind of surmised that we were homeless. Not that we go around telling everybody we're homeless.
No, but we're kind of clearly living on the road.
We're clearly not your traditional campers. So they fed us breakfast 2 days in a row.
Yeah, that was pretty nice of them.
Yeah. You know, they had their excuse. They're like, oh, we packed too much food, but really it's because they could tell we were living on the road.
They were very nice, And the lady was very pregnant. Good for her. Happy birthing.
And I think they started offering us breakfast because at first they thought I was like some kind of a woman beater.
Well, because the night before, I had kind of one of my meltdowns.
In the middle of the night.
And so the lady in the camp next to us came over, like when he was walking the dogs, to ask me if I was okay. Because, she wanted to make sure that he wasn't like
beating on
abusing me or something.
And your INR is so high, you got bruises everywhere.
Yeah. And so I just explained to her that I have a TBI and I kind of freak out sometimes. And that it's not your fault.
Well,
Not usually.
no. Sometimes it's my fault. And I apologize for those times. But like we're on total solar power. And that's another reason we don't live stream much, because we only get on the computers to check our news and messages.
Well,
and
and then
stuff.
there's very few places that have Wi-Fi.
Right.
Or even a strong enough Wi-Fi to be able to stream.
Exactly. The library is good, but we don't have headphones and we can't talk when we're inside the library.
Yeah.
But
the laundromat, pretty good.
But then we're outside.
Yeah.
When we're on our van power, so we're supposed to be out here charging our batteries, and we're using some of our solar to actually do the live stream instead. It's like a third of our, at current conditions, 1/3 of our incoming power is being used for this computer right now.
I can't stop yawning all the time. It's because my brain likes oxygen.
It's only like 80 degrees here.
Pretty nice.
And so far, the crazy stalker hasn't found us.
Yeah.
The last week or something, a few days ago, our crazy murderous stalker, like, followed us into the Safeway parking lot again. For some reason, she always likes to follow us into the Safeway parking lot. But apparently,
it's pretty funny. We've heard that she's kind of freaking out.
Yeah.
Right on.
Awesome, Corn Lips. But we've just been texting you on the phones because it's easier to use the phone than the internet lately.
Sometimes we get a cell signal.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Not always. It's pretty hit and miss out there in the woods.
So like our battery power has been in the crapper because obviously it's been hot. So the fridge has been running extra.
We might be able to turn the freezer down just a little bit.
I did already.
That ice cream was super.
The freezer doesn't turn down, the fridge does.
Oh, okay.
The freezer's supposed to run at this constant temperature.
It is pretty cool when you live on the road and you're still able to have ice cream. That's pretty okay.
So.
And I mean, like having it be in the freezer, not just like, having to get an ice cream and eat it.
But we've decided we want to upgrade to, we should just look for the same brand name company as to get one of their actual fridges instead of the fridge-freezer combo.
Yeah.
Because what we have is actually a complete miniature refrigerator freezer standing like you would have in a regular home. It's just smaller. It has a freezer separate door.
I mean, it fits plenty in the freezer, and you can do pretty good with the fridge, and it works really well. But we found that we would actually be better served having a full fridge and not a freezer on this one, because
if we have a
we
freezer
have
separately,
another separate freezer.
And once we get solar power and an inverter for it, we'll be able to have a freezer separately. But that thing is even going to be more difficult to power because we'll have to make sure we have power hookups.
We'll have to make sure it's well insulated too. So it stays cold.
Well, no, it's like where are we we can't just hook the trailer up and tow it out into the sunlight for the solar power.
Well, that's true.
So that freezer might be partial use actually, because we can't fit both of them in here. And then it would be really hot. It would be really nice to cut an air vent into the side of the van right here.
That'd be a lot of work.
Not so much work. Basically, you cut a little hole and put some screen over it. But it would help vent the back of the fridge area so it wouldn't get so hot in here. So, a lot of engineering problems. Hey, just me showed up.
Hi.
No, you're doing fine, dudes.
Life just keeps on going.
But we got more stuff than we have space for right now.
Yeah.
So our current plan, we've decided almost, not really decided, but after we're pretty much got things set up for the next 25 days,
Most of August.
most of August, and but we're thinking I might be able to find work. I just talked to somebody today, like like side job type stuff, projects actually more than anything else, and installing solar systems over in Eastern Washington, and that would make us enough money to where we could actually afford to have a home again.
That would be pretty cool.
You know, so we're thinking about heading to Eastern Washington and starting up, seeing if I can hire out to build solar systems for people. Because the dude we talked to, he's saying like there's all kinds of people that want solar, but nobody to actually make it happen because everybody's like in America,
flakes or
they're
something.
a flake and a junkie, and no one knows how to do it right.
Apparently.
And we obviously do. So
win-win.
So we're looking at maybe finding a home. We want a home. We need a home. And we basically want to find basically just something we could rent to where we can park the trailer and our van on.
I mean, rent because there's no way we're going to be able to afford to buy anything.
Well, if it's some cheap land with no services, maybe we could.
Maybe.
But if it had, what we would like to have at least pole power and a well or some kind of water, water and power if optional, or a septic system, some kind of services, it would help. I don't know. What's he saying? Huh. Holy crud. Oh.
I'm gonna be ready
some ice from McDonald's. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, his computer is not doing well.
Oh, that's no good.
Okay. So we're working on. The problem is I'm taking care of the 4 dogs and you.
Yeah.
So we really can only handle like odd jobs, or part-time stuff. But if I was able to do, and the thing he was saying is, apparently people flake out and don't even show up to do a job.
At $100 an hour? Well, I'm sure they're not making that much, but
that's what he was saying. Yeah, for installing solar arrays.
Really, you wouldn't show up for that?
Apparently, they show up and get 1 or 2 jobs a month, and then they go on a bender. Probably. That's what I'm guessing.
Good times.
Yeah. But I would only do the jobs that I said I would do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you say you're going to do a job, you got to do a job.
Well, yeah. Otherwise, you're just being.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Well, good luck on that, Corn Lips, and be careful on the driving. But yeah, we're looking for places of land we can rent, and it doesn't, for right now, it doesn't even have to have services.
Yeah.
Because we can go and get water for free, and we can go and get our power for free.
Find free internet here and there.
Yeah.
So yay.
But if we had a place where the dogs could run around without being on a leash,
that would be good.
And where we weren't at risk of being like nowhere to live. Because the Washington State has stupid rules. Like in the summertime, you can only stay somewhere for 10 days at a time. For 10 days out of like every 45 days.
Yeah.
And so you have to have 5 campgrounds to be able to survive in Washington State.
Yeah.
And we're looking at the free campsites, but we don't like that because we got the trailer and stuff, and we don't like being out where we're not safe.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I might have to pull out the old pea shooters
Hmm.
and stuff. Thank goodness the wind's blowing again.
That's nice.
If he's smoking weeds. I don't even smoke anymore because I want to, but it just doesn't work well. So
I will smoke weed, but mostly I'm doing the dabbage right now.
yeah.
And not even very much of that because we can't afford it. Maybe I should smoke some weed.
We're looking into getting some stability into our life. We spent the last 6 months dealing with my dad's murder. Now we're homeless again because she stole our house. And so we're looking for some stability in our life so we're not stressed out all the time. It's a big deal.
I mean, like, this is the time that I'm supposed to be not under stress and,
Right.
you know, like resting my brain.
It's been constant stress.
And it has been so much stress and no resting of my brain.
And I'd really like to replace this seat because it's falling apart on me. But oh well.
Yeah.
What's
There's that
Melissa
too.
doing? Who's using what?
Can't read
I'm
that from
lost.
here.
It's okay. Holy crud, it's warm in here though.
Is it? It's comfortable.
Man, yeah, if we could ever get up to where Toots is at, that would be cool.
Maybe someday.
We have to get passports for that.
Right.
Because somebody ruined the whole fucking border issue.
Yeah. I remember the last time I went up into Canada, we had brought a little bit of pot with us, and then that took us all the way across Canada, and then we're heading back down into the States, and my ex-husband's all, you better smoke all that weed because we have to throw it away when we're going to cross the border. And so, like, our last stop before we crossed the border, I threw away the rest of our weed and my pipe and stuff, and then we go through the border. And the guy's like, do you guys have any knives or weapons? And we're like, no. And he's like, okay, bye. So, threw it all away for nothing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, oh, hang in there, Corn Lips. You guys got to remember, we live in the fascist shithole. We are the new bad guys in the world. So, and when I say we, I mean the rich people in America, not us.
Right.
And we're the victims of it. Oh, shit. The famine's really happening, though.
It's real, dudes.
So, keep storing up the food. Well, we're more relaxed in that we're not in constant risk of the crazy people coming by and harassing us. And
Yeah,
neighbors.
but we're less relaxed in that we're always having to deal with the dogs, and there's always something to have to be done.
Lately, it's sitting in the sun to get our batteries charged. So, like when we're done here,
even like washing dishes is a lot of work because you have to like heat up the water first. And
now once we got 20 days of no power hookups.
Yeah.
But once we get to power hookups again, life gets a little easier.
Well, yeah, then we can use our microwave and our induction plate.
Yeah. So
all of our lights work.
Yeah. Yeah, you know. And you can smoke weed where we're at unless you want a job.
Yeah. Reverse used a drug test.
I don't get it. Weed is legal here. Every single, like the state, Walmart, it doesn't matter. All the corporations, they won't let you have a job if you smoke weed, even though it's legal. Stupid.
I really want a strawberry daiquiri. That would be so good right now.
You can get that on your birthday.
Okay.
After you're off the Coumadin.
I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to afford that anytime soon. It's like that's like $10 or something like that.
So
super pricey.
So like, there's that. I don't know what else is there. Need any shortcuts? Need any shortcuts? What now? Yeah, if there's places to park in Washington on Friday and Saturday, that's what we need. But yeah. But no, we just want a place where we're not constantly having to move from one place to another now.
Is that too much to ask? Apparently.
Like, we're really looking for like a place we could rent, like that's a wood with a woods with a driveway. You know, that would work nicely. And it doesn't have to be much. Oh, we could.
It'd be nice if it was woods, but also had a sunny spot for our soul.
Yeah. But that's why I'm saying Eastern Washington. We're gonna look at. I don't know if there's BLM land over there or not.
I don't know.
But
I'm kind of thinking not. We'll have to see.
All right. Oh, rest hours, yeah. Yeah, and we don't even want to think about what it's going to be like in the wintertime.
It's going to be difficult.
Very difficult.
And cold and wet, probably.
And we don't know where we'll be yet.
We don't know where we'll be. And we'll have the dogs.
Now, in the wintertime, yeah, I mean, that's the one. Hey, he said he's got a driveway in Vermont. The problem is we got the 4 dogs, so like we can't just stay anywhere. Truck stops work for overnighters. He might be doing truck stops on the weekends. It's not truck stops, but the rest stops.
Right. Yeah, that would pretty much suck.
Oh yeah, they're both in Vermont.
I'm hoping we can find something else for weekends soon.
I know. What else was there to cover before we sign off? The news. I don't know, man. So now England. Oh, Boris, the Hunchback of England, is the new prime minister. Totally, as Iran news likes to point it out, the totally unelected person.
Yeah.
Oh, the UK is stomping on their dick apparently with Boris and this no-deal Brexit. So what you don't know is, yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. What are you doing now?
I'm getting my ice cream back out.
So
he
like,
got me Haagen-Dazs. Yay! There it is.
I forget. Yeah, I know. We didn't want all these dogs. We just, you know, my dad died.
Upon us.
My dad died, and then we had dogs. You know,
we were able to find a home for one of them.
Good home
for half of our dog.
Pretty much for half of our dogs.
In our weights,
if you're going by weights. But it's like, yeah, I gotta go walk 3 dogs. You take care of the crippled dog.
The cripple takes care of the cripple.
I guess we could move to Vermont.
It's a little chilly in the winter.
A lot chilly.
Okay.
You know, the gas to get there would be the hard part.
That would be hard.
That would take a couple $100 just in gas.
At least, yeah.
I think more closer to 400 or so.
Probably.
But yeah. What about the U.S. spies Iran captured? I'm not. Is this new ones or the old ones? Because Iran's been executing the spies they capture. Oh, that one lady's still in the jail.
They're all. You're a spy, and you're probably gay too.
I Yeah, is there new spies that are captured? No, I think are you talking about the one in Iraq? That was the Iraq one. They didn't capture that one. They just caught their phone, and the person escaped with to the U.S. areas. And that one spy is a female in Iran. That she's all locked up in the Iran prison, and the lady's wife is outside with the kid with protest signs like "Please free my wife," blah blah. I mean, she's a fucking spy, dude. She's a CIA agent. It's your dumb fault for getting caught. It's your fault for spying on Iran. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, see you later, Toots.
Hi.
Holy crud, it's hot out.
It's so weird when I eat ice cream and it makes the outside of my lip all cold.
Holy shit, Melissa. You have to send us an email with the link for that. She said they captured 17 spies.
Wow.
Yeah.
What, Iran did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, send us something on that if you can find it.
And we'll see it eventually.
Yeah. Well, we get on the internet once or twice a week,
Oh,
2 or 3 times.
I guess so.
We do well on interneting.
I was able to check my email.
You know.
My kids haven't written me.
But yeah. Thanks,
But that's
Melissa.
okay because I'm pretty much dead, as far as they're concerned.
But Syria recaptured that strategic hilltop that the bad guys had taken a month or 2 ago. So they got that taken care of just today.
Woohoo!
Yeah. What I'm trying to say, folks, is the wars and the famines and stuff is coming because our planet. Oh, the Arctic sea ice is disappearing fast. I'm not saying it's going to be
bad, yo.
I'm not saying there's going to be a blue ocean event this year, but it's going to be close.
But it's coming.
It's coming down to there's a couple.
There's blue in the future.
There's a couple of ice cubes left kicking around the Arctic, clinking back and forth, and that's about all that's there.
Like in somebody's, warming booze glass.
Yeah, if we didn't have 4 dogs, it would be a lot easier.
It would, I know.
If we could adopt one of them out, it would be nice.
But apparently Murphy does not want to be adopted out or something.
I mean, I think if it was the right people that gave him the attention he needs, it would work.
But I think these people just put him in the yard and left him.
I think so. So
I guess I'm glad that we got him back because we didn't want him to have a terrible life.
Exactly. I mean, we're taking care of the dog simply because we didn't want him to be with the murderer. Actually, we've learned from the neighbors who tried to run Murphy over in the past before we were there.
It's funny. There's a set of neighbors that really don't like her very much.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently the crazy lady stalking us that killed my dad has been interrogating the neighbors now. Because apparently after we moved out, somebody kind of messed the house up, so I can't really say much about that. Somebody. Speakers all over the place, you know what I'm saying? And we can't say much about it because we don't live there no more.
Yep.
So I don't know.
That was yummy.
Full time in the van. So, yeah. That's why I say we want to find a place to live.
But it's an adventure.
Not really.
Not really.
We're gonna actually not today because I'm just not feeling up to it today.
Adventure is really just when something
shit happens and you
awful
survive.
Happens in the middle of your plans.
Right, and you somehow survive it.
But you call it adventure.
Yeah. So yeah, once our battery power is doing better and we have more free time. Like when life settles down a little bit, hopefully, I'm gonna try to write a book about our terrible life experiences we've been having this year. I got a title for it. It's gonna be something 2019, and I'm not gonna say the rest.
No, it's just gonna be something 2019.
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna make sure that the person that murdered my dad gets famous if a lot of people buy the book, and because I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a popular character, the priest fucker of Belfair. That's the name of the lady that killed my dad, the priest fucker of Belfair. And but the neighbors like that we got some angry emotions.
There's no appliances and all the plants are dying.
Oh, the fucking! I just lost like.
I do that all the time.
Oh, that bitch. She's fucking. She's got spies that are actually spying on not just us but the neighbors too now.
Yeah.
Right. So she's now interrogating the neighbors, and she's like, "You know where the truck is." And then
she lied to his daughter, trying to say,
not even my daughter, because my daughter won't.
Do you know where the truck is? Because I'm trying to give it back to him.
My daughter.
Why would you need to know where it is then?
Oh, thanks, Lips. My daughter doesn't talk to the person that murdered her grandpa because she tried to bribe my daughter with her grandpa's box of her grandpa's ashes and $100. And then trying to get information about her dad so she could rob from her dad.
And then her response was something like, "Yeah, but where's the rest of the money?"
Yeah, where's the rest of the money? Oh, my dad's estranged wife that murdered him is spying on the neighbors now and us. So that's why I have to write a book. I have to write a book about all this shit.
She's one of these evil people that calls herself a Christian.
I mean,
she's pretty funny.
I mean, she's actually what you would call evil.
Yeah, like truly evil.
Right. When we explain to people just in a no nonsense, not like making a big deal out of like all the stuff she's actually done, they're like, "Wow, that's an evil person."
Just basic evil at the core.
But
at the same time, she stands behind God is great, so that makes me great too. Yeah.
Well, she thinks she's rich, and it's so funny.
Yeah.
She has no money anymore.
She has no money, and she likes to try to steal money from other
everybody.
people.
But she lied. She won't. My daughter won't talk to her no more. So she calls up my daughter's mom's sugar daddy.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, I need to know where the truck is.
Was she trying to seduce him? Because,
Oh, God, that's so gross. So gross. I mean, she's like interrogating. She's lying to my daughter's mom's boyfriend to try to find out where this truck is. And lying and saying, "Oh, I'm trying to give it back to him." When I got the lawyer email saying, "Oh, you have to bring the truck back," which there's no grounds for me giving the truck back.
Just like the lawyer's letter said, everything has to be in the house like she left it. Yeah, no.
No. Oh, somebody's saying stuff.
I can't read from here.
Live in Texas. I've been in Texas. I don't want to go back there. Really.
I've been to Texas too. Well, I was in Austin, which I guess barely counts as Texas.
But I mean, there's a lot of space.
It was pretty nice there, but that's like the only nice place in Texas, I think. And I'm not even sure it's nice anymore.
If you want open space, there might be a lot of BLM.
Well, there's a lot of open space in Texas, but it's pretty dry and flat for the most part, I think.
You can call people what you want to call them. I don't even care.
I like to call people sailors.
I mean, it won't get colder that much in Texas.
No, probably not. Well, I guess up in the Panhandle it can snow sometimes. But you know what? I will totally take occasional snow. If it occasionally gets below 32, fine. As long as it stays above 0, I'm good.
Don't know the area.
Well, that's true.
We're here because we kind of know the area. I mean, we're thinking we could save up money and rent a trailer spot in Quartzsite, Arizona, but that would be a really hot place to live.
I don't really want to do that.
That's cheap.
And if we are able to save up some money, even just with a few $1,000s, we could buy something in like Arizona or somewhere.
Something, right?
Fucking Texas, I don't know.
Oh, I forgot he's not American. Who's Norm Wilson? Is it? Oh my gosh. Holy shit, negative 32 there. That would be hard to survive in the winter.
That's pretty cold. You know, negative 40 is the same for Fahrenheit and Celsius.
Terrible.
I know because I've like been in that temperature. So it's pretty awful.
People have their trash going in. That's the other thing. We never litter. Why do people litter so
much? Other
much?
people litter so much, and we actually pick up other people's litter.
We're homeless and we're picking up other people's trash.
What the hell is wrong with us?
So I think I have to pee, so I should end this and go pee. Okay. Then we should take the dogs and get them walking and water.
Probably so.
And then we can go back to the park and make salsa.
And I can maybe take a nap.
Yeah. I'm going to make us some salsa.
I'm pro nap. Ever since the accident, I found I have to take naps a lot more.
So yeah, those are all good ideas. And the problem is we got 4 dogs and disabled people. So
we did just pass the 6-month anniversary of my death and rebirth.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So there's that.
I've been alive again for 6 months.
Oh, don't forget to store up some food for the winter, folks, because it's going to be a rough winter.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one good thing about being up here is it might get snowy, but it won't get too terribly cold.
And you want to load up on like dry things that you can cook. Oats are good. Pasta's actually pretty good. Beans,
whatever you can handle.
Lentils and split
peas. You need Tang.
Tang for vitamin C.
Tang has 100% vitamin C per drink.
Hawaiian Punch does too, but Tang is way better.
Hawaiian Punch does.
Doesn't it have? I thought that.
I guess you're right. It does say that on Hawaiian Punch.
Or no, I'm thinking of Kool-Aid. It's Kool-Aid, not Hawaiian Punch.
No, Kool-Aid's only 10%.
Oh, okay. But I'm pretty sure the Hawaiian Punch, but you have to buy that. It's not in the mixes.
It's liquid, yeah. Oh, it's concentrated though.
Oh, okay.
It's actually liquid syrup. So that would be a good one. No, because I know we're all homeless and shit, but the farming is real. Private crop inspectors, like where the farm, like they actually go around and do surveys and look. Please don't drink Tang or Hawaiian Punch.
Well, that's like if there's no fruit to be had.
Holy shit, they found a bear.
Really?
Wow.
Bears are cool.
But they are saying over 13 million acres didn't get planted, and that's just like you see, that's what people are reporting. A lot of acres is like, especially in places like Wisconsin, there's like small farms.
Sure.
And they might have just skipped the year of planting. Right, and they might not fill out those NAS progress reports and whatnot.
In some of the places in Wisconsin, it's probably been a fairly normal growing period, at least, not having the floods. It was, I don't know.
But I don't. Oh, a caterpillar.
Yes, it is still true.
So there's a food show. Australia's already importing wheat. It's like the first time in like 20 years. Okay, good. My kiddo is keeping it. I'm keeping in touch with my kiddo, and she's doing well. And yeah, America is robbing everybody. These campsites, it's free for me because I got my state. Washington State wants to act like they're progressive and they want everybody to like them.
But for other people, these sites are like $45 a night.
Yeah,
it's fucking crazy.
No, more than that. The popular ones are $50.
Well, the power sites are
up to $50.
Yeah,
And the basic campsite with just a place to park a car and pitch a tent and have a fire pit.
Well, that's like
that's
35.
27.
Okay.
If for the unpopular ones.
Yeah, for just the
and
very basic
that's the
ones.
lowest price is $27 a night. So you can literally rent hotel rooms for cheaper than it costs to get a fucking campsite.
Well, especially if you do it for like a week at a time.
Yeah. Well, that's how we're surviving, Corn Lips, because I got my Oh yeah, Melissa. The farm reports are totally lying. That's at least the government ones.
Yeah, they're trying to make it sound like everything's fine,
but it's not.
And I'm not really sure why they're doing that. Is that so there's not like a run on the store if everybody's trying to load up on things?
It's so
is that because they just expect people are going to die?
It's because they're gaming the stock market.
Well, that's very true. That's pretty much Trump's whole reason for being in office.
They're gaming the stock market and keeping prices artificially low. Gas prices have dropped like 20 cents in a week now. Here.
It's like $3.09.
Yeah, and that's fine. Hopefully it's like that on payday still. Yeah. And it's crazy because what's happening is global trade is going down basically because of Trump. I mean, it was going down before Trump because of Obama. But then Trump put all of that on steroids.
Yeah, exactly.
And with all of the destabilizing the global economy, with not like Iran's not able to trade with Western civilization. So that put a big damper on all of Western civilization economy. They keep talking about how it's crushing the Iranian economy. No, it's crushing all economies are going downhill for it. Yeah. Right. It's not like intentional, Corn Lips. What it is the rich people have, if you're born into money and you live in a fascist shithole, the only way to have money is if you're born into money. And those rich families, they get dumber and dumber every generation because there's no selective pressure for them to actually be smart.
Sure.
Because they have money.
So you get people like Trump.
Right. Because they've been dumbed down over
But they have this idea that they're, this great person because they have all this money.
Over the past 200 years, the rich people families have been devolving to be dumber and dumber. And apparently
Look what happened in Greece.
I don't even know if this is true or not, but if you look at all the world leaders that have these medical issues that are really weird, it looks like rich people have a cannibalism problem.
Doesn't it seem like that?
It seems like rich people are eating babies.
But doesn't that kind of make sense when you think of, okay, if you're rich, you can buy like anything and you want something,
that's illegal.
That's super illegal and really hard to get
and something no one else would do.
Yeah.
And so eating Haitian babies, hurricane babies.
Yeah.
Basically. I mean, the people...
Well, sex slave babies. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they eat them after they're done sexing them, apparently. So
something like that.
And one of the reasons we're keeping places war-torn is because they're doing illegal organ harvesting. And so basically, rich people send their mercenaries into war zones, their private mercenaries, and they'll just find people that have the right fucking DNA for their organs, and they'll fucking kidnap them and kill them and take their organs.
I don't know that they test them first. I think they just kidnap a bunch of kids
and then put them on the market.
Yeah,
it could be. Well, it's not even just kids; it's just whoever.
Whoever, exactly.
People with good organs.
Because adults need adult organs.
Yeah. Wow. I'm sorry, Corn Lips. Yeah, hey, Melissa, let us know when the food starts running off the shelves in Target, because it's already happening in Kroger's and Walmart.
Yeah.
And that's two of the top food providers of America.
It's been happening in Walmarts for a while now,
right.
because
the world hates Walmart.
We've seen Walmarts with empty shelves.
Yeah. I mean, and who would have thought peas was the first thing to go dry?
No, that is just so weird.
Somehow
there was a run on canned peas.
No, but what's happening is, remember, it's winter in South America. They did their harvest already, and now the food that they didn't
They're
grow.
buying all the peas.
No, what happened is the food they didn't grow because of their flooding.
Oh, sure.
Right? So the food they didn't grow didn't go to the factories and didn't get processed, and now it's not getting put on the shelves. Right? See, that's how planets, we live on a fucking planet. It's a closed system. Right? Yeah, no, exactly. They have to kill and harvest the organs and get them within days.
Yeah.
So they actually do send in like mercenary crews to assassinate people and just to steal their organs and then get them out again. And I'm pretty sure that's what America's doing up in Syria. That's why they control all the farmer areas up there, and they provide them with the medical facilities so they get everybody's DNA on record. So whenever they need organs, they just go there and go, "Oh, ISIS killed somebody," you know. And but yeah, but anyways, these rich people are getting dumber and dumber. And the original rich people, like the Rockefellers that founded America and stuff like that, the Rothschilds, the George Washingtons, the Thomas Jeffersons, all of those rich people, they understood if you wanted to get rich and stay rich, you had to convince the slaves that they were free and then skim off the top. Well, nowadays, the rich people, there's some new rich families. The tech lords of Silicon Valley, for one. The oil barons are new, relatively new families. Because original...
There's the Bitcoin people.
The tech lords.
Yeah, well, okay.
You know?
So, yeah.
They're not smart like the original rich families, and they either never learned or forgot that you only skim off the top of the herd, right? And you always allow smart people to graduate from the poor huddled masses into the rich class, because that's how you keep your brain power going, by breeding with the smart peoples. You take poor smart people and you give them a hand up, you give them money, you make them a rich person, and you adopt them into the rich people cult, and then they're one of you. But they stopped doing that.
Clearly, Trump's family never learned that one.
But the American kleptocracy stopped doing that, and they've been devolving for the past several generations. And the Germans and the Brits, they're all going downhill. Why do you think the UK has a shit navy? They're a fucking island nation, and they don't even have a fucking navy worth talking about.
You know what I noticed when we've been camping is, okay, so we saw possibly an Israeli family, or at least, a Jew family. We've seen a German family. Have not seen a single black person.
I did. Just one. Oh, he wanted to know our name. She's Morgan Ravenwolf, and I'm Lou Plisken. Thanks, dude. I know, man, because that's where all the rich tech lords live, is California. Then you got the oil barons and the coal barons in the Midwest. Oh, and the corporate farmers. That's a new class of rich. They were the original rich people, though.
Sure.
You see, that's why they're a little upset at all the other rich people, probably. Then you got the East Coast, which is mainly the drug lords.
Well,
the Clintons
again, though,
and stuff.
With the farmer things, though, the corporate farming has only really become bad in the last, 20 or 40 years or
less
something.
than that, the last decade, really.
Well, it's become, it was really interesting how when we were driving through Kansas, there would just be just miles and miles of farmland, but the houses for the farmhouses were all dilapidated and empty.
Yep. So the rich people farmers, which was, I forget what families those. Oh, that's the fucking McConnells and stuff. Mitch McConnell type families. Sure. They're the corporate farmers. But they're going to be broke soon, because guess what happens when the corporate farms...
Drug runners, though.
Right, well, and drug runners. So they're a hybrid rich family.
Yeah.
But like the Clintons, they're a drug lord family. They made their money the old-fashioned way off of opium from Afghanistan.
And prostitution, probably.
And organ harvesting.
Sure.
They run
sex slaving.
Yeah, well, they run fake orphanages in Haiti, and they still kidnap children during the hurricanes. That's how the Clintons made a lot of their money. And by running cocaine out of Afghanistan into America through Arkansas airports via the CIA.
Good times.
Yeah. That's how you know that Trump is not even against That's why the whole thing of draining the swamp is so silly. I know, Cornlet. Because Trump is supposedly against the Clintons, but the Clintons own the CIA, and the CIA hasn't assassinated Trump yet.
They went to each other's weddings.
They eat children together. They go to the same Epstein rape islands together.
Yep.
Clinton and Trump met his fuck puppet wife at an Epstein rape fest. She was a sex trafficked child that Trump decided to marry because he's a fucking pedo. Right? And then the Clinton flew to the Epstein rape island like 46 times or some crazy shit that they know of. And those dudes go to each other's weddings and they act like they don't like each other because of course they act like they don't each other. That's public. It's public imaging.
Yeah.
You know.
It's just like lawyers at the courthouse.
Oh,
they all sit there and are chummy with each other and they're chummy with the judges, but they're all a bunch of phonies.
They're working together to protect all the rich people.
Yeah.
Lawyers are just crackers that defend rich people. That's all they are, or criminals. Which in America, if you're not a criminal, you're probably getting stomped on. You're a box slave or you're a criminal. In America, it's really. Sometimes we see side boobs, but usually when we're in a house.
Yeah, that means more of a house, not so much out in public.
So we're gonna start making actual videos and uploading them again, stuff like that.
Because YouTube is making us.
But yeah, I'm thinking we're storing up food for the winter, and then when the famine hits, we're gonna sell loaves of bread for gold coins, actual double eagle gold coins.
Not sure where we're gonna find those, but
no, people are going to give us their Jew gold if they want food to live through the winter.
Oh yeah.
All right. See you later, corn lips.
Bye.
Yeah, the whole system is treasonous, and it's sad because I lived in Germany for 7 years, and it was a lovely place when I lived there, and that was before Merkel and the rich people destroyed the place and turned it into a shithole again. When I lived in Germany 7 years, I saw one homeless person. One. In the entire time I was there. And that was only because they were so crazy that they didn't want government services. And we're talking about Germany, which if you go to Germany as a foreign citizen back in those days and you ended up like homeless or something, when you went into the government, they would put you in an apartment. They would pay for all of your bills for like 6 months or some shit, and they would find you a job. Right? They actually found you a fucking job. It wasn't, oh, here, go call these people or go to this website like America, how they pretend to help you. In Germany, the government actually is like, hey, this person needs a job. Let's find them a job.
Must be nice.
So like if we had that world again,
okay. But it used to be that. It's probably
now
not
that's what I mean,
anymore.
not anymore. But like if we lived in that, if we had that kind of a government and I went in and said, hey, I need a job, and they're like, what kind of skills do you got? I'd be like, blah, blah, blah. Well, they probably put me through school for like 6 months for an apprenticeship, and then I could get a job as a fucking electrician. Easy. Because I'm pretty good with that shit.
An electrician.
Or woodworking.
Or, blowing people up.
Blowing people up, whatever it takes, All right, you're right. We got to go take care of dogs. They've been really good behaving.
Yes, they have been very good. We should.
Thanks for showing up, everybody. And we will. I don't know if we'll be able to live stream after the first, but if we can, we will. And if we can't,
we'll just have to premiere our videos.
We'll premiere some videos. We'll try to make some funny videos or something. I don't know. It's hard to make long videos, and then it takes so long to upload them. But then again, if we need the sunlight, that's fine. We do that at the library.
Well, that's true.
But we're working on this stuff, and maybe not this coming up month, but by the month after that, we should be able to get a computer fixed up to be able to live stream even after the August 1st apocalypse of YouTube. But stay up to date on what's going on in the world and email us the stuff. I'm Lou Hammer at protonmail.com. So if there's new stuff, just send me the stuff, because I really like to stay up on what's going on in the world. Like Melissa broke a story to us and we didn't even know about it. And that's some major shit.
Yeah.
Like, I can only tell you what I know from my limited on the internet for a few minutes a week. So, you know. Anyways, thanks for hanging out, guys.
Yep.
We
See
will
you guys
see you
next time.
all next time.